What's up, YouTube and YouTubers? This is Shadow Fox 4562 here. With a kind of like a deck of the month thing, sort of, I guess. Um, this deck I made fairly simply, it was really easy to make. It's a really low budget deck. It's called Skull Servant, and it came out with a lot of support. This pack, and hopefully it will be good. Um, I play tested it against Black Wings and against Light Sworns, and it didn't do really good. Like, it got 1-2 against Black Wings and like 0-2 against Light Sworns. But that's because I wasn't siding, and also because it does not have those solemn warnings and the dualities and the trap lineup it needs, because I was kind of rushing to make this deck. But so yeah, here's the deck build. Starting off with the Monster Reborns of the deck, which are basically the Zombie Masters. I mean, any zombie deck needs these cards. I mean, it can be a +1 too. It's like, oh, I send the King of the Skull Servants to the grave, or he gets in the grave somehow because he gets destroyed. Summon him. Pitch like a Skull Servant or something from my hand to get King back. So that's, it's a good card all around. Sangan, he recruits anything in the deck for me, so he's a must. Armageddon Knight to get those Skull Servants and the White Mares and the Lady in the Whites and the King of Skull Servants to the grave. Mystic Tomato recruits anything in the deck except for Zombie Master. Makes it a lot easier to search out King of Skull Servants or get a monster in the grave than I need. Same with Pyramid Turtles, except this does recruit anything in the deck. It recruits the Zombie Masters when I need them. So then the backbones of the deck, White Mare, basically he's a plus regardless of where he is. If I'm playing macro, I can just be like, pitch him from my hand, and I get back a King of Skull Servants that you remove from play. So, and his effect does go off because it says discard, not discarded to graveyard. And also he boosts attack for King of Skull Servants. Lady in the White, beast card, because the fact that my King of Skull Servants can't be destroyed, and it's unaffected by trap cards. So that's always a good thing. The 3 King of Skull Servants, 1,000 attack for every Lady in the White, White Mare, Skull Servant, King of Skull Servant, all that stuff in my grave. So his maximum attack in this deck is 11,000. And it's pretty good. Skull Servant, because it's Skull Servant. I mean, it's Skull Servant deck. You need that. Also, a support card came out for these guys in Star Strike Blast, but that's in my spell cards. For the monster lineup, I was thinking of putting in like possibly. Well, I'll get on that later. But I was thinking about putting in like Dark Armed or Plague Spreader. I probably will put in Plague Spreader. I'll probably put in Dark Greffers. The reason I didn't put in Dark Armed is because my graveyard gets too clogged, and 9 times out of 10, when I draw him, it's a dead draw because it's way too late in the game. Then for spells, 3 Book of Lives, Monster Born and D.D. Crow. That's what it is. It's awesome. 3 White Elephant Gifts. Basically what I do, say you destroy my Pyramid Turtle on your turn, or you destroy Mystic Tomato or whatever, I basically get Skull Servant to the field, activate this, I get to draw 2 cards. It just speeds up the deck. 2 Gold Sarcos, because he gets anything in my deck, it just makes the deck faster. 1 Trunade for the OTK. 1 Lure for draw power. Monster Reborn. Dark Hole. 1 for 1 because it gets out King of Skull Servant, White Mare. You name it, it gets it. And I get to discard a card in my hand, so it's probably going to be like a Skull Servant or something, so an extra 1,000 deck points. Part of the week, this card is kind of experimental in this deck right now, just because most of the time, with all my discarding, I do not have a hand. So when that King of Skull Servants comes out, it's like bam, attacking your monster. I get to draw 2. If I have 3 copies, which I'm not going to put in this deck, I would get to draw 6, which would be really cool. But Foolish Burial, get a monster to the grave. Creature Swap. This kind of works as a plus no matter what I do with this card, because I summon Skull Servant, I Creature Swap, I kill it, I get your monster, and Skull Servant's in the grave. I Creature Swap with my Pyramid Turtle. I attack. Pyramid Turtle goes to my grave. I get to special summon a monster. It's just, it's a really good card for this deck. It's still kind of experimental too. Level limit, because I don't need to attack with my Zombie Masters and Pyramid Turtles and stuff. I need to attack with Skull Servants, and in order to do that, I need time to get them to my grave. And also it stops like the Blackwing stuff and OTKs and just awesome stuff. Also for spells, I'm going to be putting in 3 dualities. I was going to put in Phalanx Pike because it's amazing. Equip it Skull Servant, and basically what happens is he gains a lot of attack points. He turns into like from a 300 beater to like if you have all of them in the grave, like 9,700 attack points. It's insane. My trap lineup, I still have to work on. I need 2 warnings and probably maybe a T-Roar and a bottomless. But I have Mirror Force, Gravity Bind, Solemn Judgment, and Torrent. I don't have any traps in the deck. So yeah, just tell me what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe. All the normal stuff I tell you to, or ask you to. I'm sorry, I can't tell you to subscribe to me because it's like, well, he's a jerk. I don't want to subscribe to him. But do that, and hopefully I will get some feedback on this deck. Positive, negative, I don't care. Just I would like help with this deck. Also, soon I will be coming out with a binder update because I haven't done that in a while. So yeah, peace.